Right now, the fastest-growing technology companies in history are colliding with the rigid rules of legacy financial gatekeepers. S&P Global just rejected proposals to fast-track these mega-cap companies into its flagship index. To join the S&P 500, a company must still show 4 consecutive quarters of profit under standard accounting rules, a requirement OpenAI, Anthropic, and SpaceX cannot currently meet. This delay has a specific price, $27 billion. That is the amount of forced buying from passive index funds that is now on hold because these 3 companies failed to prove they can generate a surplus. SpaceX highlights the gap between private excitement and public requirements. It is expected to trade on the Nasdaq at a valuation near $2 trillion, yet the company reported a net loss of nearly $5 billion in 2025. This unprofitability is a structural requirement of the current AI growth phase. These companies are spending billions of dollars on GPU clusters and massive training runs, making them effectively designed to lose money in exchange for scale. Despite their ability to launch orbital rockets or automate cognitive tasks, these giants remain incompatible with the basic financial tests that define traditional capitalism. This friction extends beyond the stock market and into the software itself. When AI models are tasked with making financial decisions in the real world, they fail to match their theoretical performance. In a simulation called Portbench, the violently fluctuating line on the left represents AI portfolio management. The steady climbing line on the right is an equal weight allocation. 90% of AI models failed to beat just splitting money evenly. The danger increases when these flawed models are giving write access to user accounts. Meta recently confirmed that over 20,000 Instagram accounts were compromised through a failure in its own AI chatbot. The attack required no technical skill. Hackers simply asked the chatbot to link a new email and reset passwords. Because the bot had the power to change credentials but no protocol to verify the requester's identity, it simply complied. Deploying these agents without hard safety guardrails turns the AI itself into a security vulnerability that requires no hacking to exploit. Engineers are responding to these threats by building strict software-level cages to contain AI code execution. This is a solution from developer Simon Willison, a MicroPython sandbox running inside WebAssembly. It is a 362-kilobyte frosted glass cube that places hard limits on memory and CPU. Within this sandbox, the AI cannot read local files or make network calls. The digital pulses simply deflect off the walls and fizzle out. While some developers build cages, others are focused on removing all remaining limits. Sakana AI just opened a dedicated lab in Tokyo to research recursive self-improvement, AI designed to write and optimize its own code. This is already happening in production environments. Anthropic revealed that 80% of the code merged into their production systems is now written by Claude. The industry is currently split, building containment systems to lock AI down, while simultaneously funding the research required to let it autonomously rewrite itself. While AI faces heavy friction in finance and security, it is encountering almost no resistance at the entry level of the labor market. For the first time in recorded history, recent college graduates have a higher unemployment rate than the average worker. As the white line for all workers stays at 4.2%, the orange line for graduates spikes to 5.6%. Stanford researchers point to AI exposure as a direct driver of this inversion, particularly affecting computer science graduates who are entering the workforce just as their skills are being automated. The shift is structural. Remote work policies reduced the physical mentorship juniors depend on, and AI is now handling the repetitive tasks those juniors once used as a starting point to learn the profession. The result is a labor market where a degree now offers less protection than a standard trade, effectively locking a generation of human workers out of the roles AI is taking over. The consensus among the people building this technology is fracturing. They see immense value on paper, but the technology is still failing the practical tests required by the world's gatekeepers. AI has reached a physical limit. It remains too unprofitable for the stock market and too prone to failure to operate without a digital cage. Yet, while it struggles with complex portfolio management and security protocols, It is proving ruthlessly efficient at dismantling the entry-level workforce. The expansion of artificial intelligence is no longer frictionless. It has entered a phase of violent collision with the legacy infrastructure of the real world.